Hi everyone, my name is Grace Sales, and the book I read was Hacking Digital Learning Strategies, 10 Ways to Launch ED Tech Missions in Your Classroom. We're going to go ahead and start with this first section right here, Introduction. This is how the book looks like, and it was written by Shelly Sanchez Terrell. Main theme. Terrell is an international speaker, e-learning, and digital learning specialist. She has trained teachers and taught learners in over 20 countries as an invited guest expert by organizations. Terrell was also named Woman of the Year by the National Association of Professional Women. She was awarded a BAMI Award as a founder of #EdChat. Lastly, she was named as one of the 10 most influential people in EdTech by Tech and Learning. This book offers specific lesson plans for interrogating technology and engaging students in real-world activities. This book has everything teachers need, including cautions that can help teachers avoid unexpected problems. This book also outlines 10 missions to inspire students to reflect on their responsibilities as citizens navigating the digital and physical worlds. We should tie school lessons and activities to meaningful purposes that go beyond making good grades or passing tests. Time for the summary. As I mentioned before, this book outlines 10 missions to inspire students to reflect on their responsibilities as citizens navigating a digital and physical world. Each mission challenges students to reflect. As citizens navigating a digital and physical world, each mission also challenges students to use technology to make a meaningful impact and introduces them to the concept of mission-minded learning. We can encourage students to tap into their potential to accomplish great things in the world with their digital behavior. Analysis and evaluation of the book. So, as mentioned, there are 10 missions. Mission 1, design a game walkthrough. Basically, it's to create a tutorial and teach others how to play. Shelly starts with the story of how she decided to let her ESL students teach the world's religions to her. She knew they knew more than she did. It was totally hands-on as the students dressed in customary attire, played music, and showed artifacts. They practiced dances, learned songs, and participated in rituals. She learned that learning is more powerful when students take the reins. Unfortunately, traditional teaching doesn't work this way. For this mission, students will create a tutorial about one of their favorite activities, playing games. Producing a video walkthrough develops students' reading and writing skills with digital media. Students learn how to write simple, clear, and concise instructions. Like all of the missions in this book, Shelly provides plenty of details so teachers should be ready to go. Teachers should have some examples to show students and involve them in giving feedback and the idea that they can always make their work better. She recommends posting student work online and, like all missions, provides potential obstacles such as complaints from parents and administrators. Mission 2. Go on a selfie adventure. Define yourself through images. Taking selfies is an important part of a student's sense of self, self-belief, and self-esteem. When students post selfies, they realize that their peers will perceive and rate them. Selfies they take often focus on their physical features and fail to capture their important moments, experiences, struggles, and successes. To complete this mission, students must take selfies that meet different challenges. Each challenge shows students how to capture better selfies that more effectively tell the stories of their lives. Each selfie also guides young students to create more content to build a strong digital identity. For this, they need to provide at least 5 criteria for this selfie mission. Possible challenges include taking a selfie with a pet, a favorite book, a favorite teacher, a hobby, or a favorite food. Students need to take selfies at different times of the day in different environments and engaged in different learning experiences. They will then create a digital story that they can share with the class. Ideally, the mission will motivate kids to reflect on what makes them unique and to experience life as individuals no matter how their peers perceive them. Okay, time for mission number 3. Mission 3, create a fictional social media profile. Manage your digital footprint more purposely. Many schools filter and ban social media to avoid having students encounter the dark side of the internet on their watch. This means the learners are navigating the vast digital world with no guidance or support. For this mission, students created a social media profile for a historical figure and managed the posts, shares, and exchanges for at least 5 days. Their choices will either enhance or sully the credibility and reputation of their historical figures. After this experience, students will determine if their shares, posts, reactions, and behavior hindered their historical figures' contributions to the world. Based on what they learn, the class can come up with a list of social media best practices to protect their digital footprints and manage their digital reputations. This requires that they know the history surrounding their person as they apply it to the social media footprint. It also requires critical thinking as they evaluate their effort. So it's also very important that administrators and parents know what is going on, as some schools and parents don't want kids on social media, let alone using it as a learning tool. Mission 4. Remix learning into a digital textbook. Produce and publish an engaging online book. The problem isn't that students don't want to learn. They want to have an input in what they learn and how they learn it. When students adapt content and use it in their own digital creations, we call this remixing, an important part of producing new original learning material, according to Shelley. Today's technology empowers us to leave our old school practices behind. Students now have tools to create their own digital textbooks. For this mission, students acted as contributing authors to a class digital textbook and made it available on multiple platforms and devices. Their work was able to be contained in more of a way like in social media, like pictures and videos in traditional textbooks. Students can take each subtopic in a chapter as they explore primary sources. Students will gain skill with searching and evaluating what they find. Students can share their work with other schools for feedback, and they will also learn about copyright. Mission 5. Mission 5. Debate issues, don't diss people. Argue differences of opinion respectfully. This mission will prepare learners to approach varying opinions with an open mind and to focus their arguments on the issues. Some teachers are able to survey their class to see which issues they might be interested in. Teachers should start with students making arguments face-to-face before they take them online. It's important to teach students about trolls, who are individuals who target an online group and post inflammatory or off-topic messages to provoke a reaction or start quarrels. This can be done by having the teacher enter a discussion as a troll who is trying to spread chaos. It's important that students know that it's okay to disagree about something and that they should respect each other and be ready to step in if things get heat up. Mission 6. Seek and preserve the truth. Share digital news responsibly and accurately. It's important to get started students work with fact-checking websites and are given stories with faculty reporting. After students produce their own stories, they will share them with the class and perhaps put them in a class blog. There may be an issue with some parents, once again, as mentioned earlier, about students' identities being revealed. The students who use social media have already revealed themselves in the world. It is also important to motivate your students to guard and preserve the truth. Mission 7. Mission 7. Assemble a global class meetup. It's important to communicate and collaborate effectively with individuals around the globe. Shelley suggests an initial conference to get to know each other and a second to discuss a real global issue. Students should also get to know each other's surroundings and culture. Teachers need to communicate first to plan how they will facilitate these meetings. Some examples they used were Skype in the classroom, because it has a spot to post your project and contact information for other classes to see. Other examples that they said were Pen Pal Schools, ePals, and Scholinks are other websites that can connect classes from different countries. It's important that if your students aren't native English speakers, it's important for them just to speak slower, distinctly, and avoid using jargon and big words. Also, it's important for teachers to encourage students to continue the connection over time. Continuing to Mission 8. Mission 8. Enlighten the world as a citizen, scientist, conduct real-world field research. It's important that we don't waste students' intelligence on solving textbook problems with only one possible answer. This may be why so few go into STEM fields. Investigate research takes the focus off finding one answer and encourages learners to gain intimate knowledge about a problem's complexities to innovate better approaches and strategies. For this mission, students acted as local citizen scientists and used technology to conduct field research to advance the public's understanding and their own of a complex problem or phenomenon. Students would study a phenomenon, species, or ecosystem over a time period and publish their research online. During their research, they should also search the literature on the subject and reach out to experts in the field. Some students may wish to continue their work after they submit their final work for this assignment. As they work with the images, text, and videos for this research, they will also develop skills for presenting their work online. Mission 9. Appreciate others with a digital badge. Recognize values, not just grades. I think this is a very important mission. Grades fail to show potential employers the skills students possess that make them good team players, project leaders, presenters, innovators, and problem solvers. Since school use grades, students spend less time concentrating on these qualities. For this mission, students started by designing digital badges to issue to their peers. The process includes students defining the criteria to earn the badge, understanding how to provide evidence to support earning a badge, and offering a validation or testimony of the student's achievement. Students will work in groups to determine the things students can demonstrate to earn badges. The separate list can be used to create a class list. For each badge, there should be a list of things students has to do to earn it. Prior to issuing this badge, a student will have to review it. Shelley had a great deal of experience with digital badges, and she also suggested some sites teachers can use to assist with this mission. It's important here to remind the students that it's learning the skills that is really important, so they will be instinctively motivated. Next, Mission 10. Crowdfund innovation to find solutions, engage social media to fundraise for a cause. The school policy is so hung up on standardized testing results and achieving rigid curriculum goals that we miss teaching students to be modern innovators who solve real-world problems. In this mission, students will identify and investigate a local need, devise ways to improve the situation, and design a class crowdfunding campaign to implement the ideas and make an impact to their communities. It's important to start by showing students maybe TED Talks, real students who have made a difference in their communities. They can also study crowdfunding initiations carried out by other students in schools. This project will require students to study the needs of their community, brainstorm solutions, and collaborate to implement their ideas. They will need to create graphics and videos as part of the campaign. During the campaign, students will take turns managing the social media effort. Shelley also gave really great examples and advised that teachers need to set achievable goals. And conclusion. In short, everything had a justifiable reason for why the missions were constructed the way they were.